Today, boys and girls, we're going to be talking about the Vaporesso Cascade tank. Yeah. And you get your extra O-rings. I think this one's for the coil. Spare big boy glass. Extra O-rings for the glass itself. You get a much skinnier coil. Oh, this is the adapter for your other, like the NRG, Baby Beast coils and all that good stuff. And actually, it's two pieces. So you unscrew it there, thread your coil into that side, and then do that like that. And this coil is a little interesting. It's a much skinnier diameter. So my guess is it would hold more juice to it. It's also got a reduced bottom. And this one's a 0.4. And then tank itself, you got your drip tip here, which has got kind of a unique, it's got like a little lip on it here, so it fits around this section right here. So you can see me put it there, bam, covers everything up. Again, you find your little arrow, it's got a push slide, you fill it up there. Quick unscrew. And that's the coil that comes with the 0.15, and you see there it's a lot wider than the 0.4 is. You can see you got juice flow all the way around the side here, like that. And it's similar to the Crown 3, where it just kind of slides right up in there. And you screw the base down like so. It's ready to rock and roll. You don't have the spitback protection like the NRG tank has, but it is more of a 510 style, so it's a much more reduced airflow through there, even though you've got a really big airflow through these holes down here. Alright, so now that you've got a little more up close look at it, we'll do some size comparisons. So this is your SIGPET 12 Eco Tank, similar to your TFV 12, a little bit shorter, a little bit smaller around, and then I think this is probably the direct competition for it is the TFV8 Prince tank. Kind of the same idea with the bubble glass, basically the same height. I think the Vaporesso is slightly taller, and then the juice is obviously higher. This one down here it's a little bit lower. So that's your basic size comparisons to similar tanks in the range. Now, thoughts on the tank? It's very, very airy. I had to push it over 100 watts before I even got the slightest bit of warmth out of it, and still, it's not what I would call a hot vape. I don't really like a super hot vape, so it's just barely getting warm at, you can see 100 watts there. So super airy with the 0.15 coil. The 0.4 coil, it's got a much smaller diameter to it, and it's going to restrict the airflow. I'd say 25-30% of what the normal airflow is. This thing holds 7 mils of juice, so it's not quite as much juice capacity as the TFV 12 Prince, but it's definitely got some serious juice capacity to it. Flavor's really good. It's not, again, like I said, a super hot vape. So what I did was I actually cranked it down about halfway, so you can see the airflow holes about halfway closed on it there. They're really big, and there's 4 of them all the way around. So I think that's part of the reason you're getting better vapor production than like the Prince would be, or your TFV 12s. That's also what's keeping it cooler. So I cranked them down about halfway. And as you can see, it produces plenty of vapor. But even cranking them down halfway, it's still a lot of airflow, but it really enhances the flavor a lot more, for me personally. And that's where the flavor really starts to pop, when I crank that airflow down. Obviously, if you want to turn it up, the coil's rated. This coil's rated. The 0.15's coil is rated up to 200 watts, so you could easily, with the airflow wide open. Let's try, I don't know, 130. See where we're at. Alright, nothing to it. Let's try 150. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go higher than that personally, just because I'm going to cough my lungs off, but there it is, 150. Yeah, I could definitely get more of the flavor notes, the higher I turn it up. So, overall pros and cons. If you're looking for really good vapor production, all you cloud chasers out there, this is definitely in my top Sub-Ohm tanks for the year. So they're fairly inexpensive, $39.99, cheaper than your TFV 12 Prince tank, as well as the original price of the TFV 12 of $50-$60. And you can pick that up at RVAVapes.com or at either one of our RVA Vapes locations. One thing that I don't quite get about this tank that's a little weird is it's got the, like we talked about before, it's got your slide open top fill, but the top cap itself actually comes off. I don't understand that whatsoever. And it's threaded right around here, maybe for cleaning purposes. I'm not really sure why that would be, to be completely honest with you. But it's reverse threaded, so it's kind of annoying, because when you go to tighten it, you see obviously it pops and swings open. So I would recommend don't unscrewing that. All you got to do is push your slide open that way, close that way, no big deal. So my final take on this thing is that it's super large amounts of vapor production. It does come in 4 finishes right now. You got the brushed metal here, black, rainbow, and blue. Pictures, I'll throw the pictures up here for you, and I'll put a link to it down in the description. I think we're going to do some sort of promo situation for the YouTube subscribers. So once you subscribe, watch our reviews, you'll get a little bit of a discount on the products. We try to price them for a brick and mortar shop as low as we possibly can to be competitive with a lot of online stuff. But for all you subscribers out there, we appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and click the little bell so that you can stay up to date on all the news at RVA Vapes. So other than that, we try to keep these reviews as short and sweet as possible. Got another one coming up for you next week. You may have saw the Aspire Sky Star kit. I'm going to try to get that edited and put up as soon as possible. But we did have a little technical difficulties. Obviously, I'm still new with the video editing and whatnot. So it may be a couple more days before you get that one. But, that's about all I got for the Vaporesso Cascade tank. This could be my top quad chucker tank of the year. So far, anyway. Lots of vapor, really good flavor. That's a tough combination of these. So, I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel.